Well, let's move to physical. Now, physical is what people think of when they think of wellness. But we know it's just one piece of the pie. But it's got a lot of definitions. Of course, keeping our body free of disease and hitting all of the areas of wellness in terms of cardiovascular endurance, muscular endurance, flexibility, healthy body composition, good nutrition, all of that stuff. Everything that you already know. So I think I pretty know all this question, but I'm going to ask it anyways. How important is your physical health to you? And maybe a better question for you is, when do you think it became so important?
Yeah, probably in high school. I think in high school, I've never been someone who was like naturally skinny. And so I almost feel like that's been a benefit. And my mom has always been super active, and she's always kind of promoted that. But I think it became important because in high school you kind of become aware of your body, and you kind of have that body awareness of what is fit and what is not fit, and what looks good and what doesn't look good. So I definitely started, and I was not in athletics when I was in high school. I started when I was younger, but by my senior year, I didn't want to run track anymore. I was just like, I have no desire to do that, and I just didn't care about it. So I had to physically figure out, okay, what am I going to do to stay fit, because I no longer have a coach.
A coach telling you to do it.
Yeah, telling me what to do and keeping me in shape. So kind of taking ownership for it was just kind of brought a whole new perspective, and it just made me care about it so much more.
And what did you start doing right away? What were the different ways of exercise?
Just I would run, I would do workout tapes that my mom had, I would go to the weight room, and I would kind of figure out what my fellow students were doing. There was like a group of us that would go and lift weights. We had not a clue what we were doing, and looking back now, we definitely didn't know what we were doing. But we just, we had like a group of us on that after school, and we would work out.
What's your favorite kinds of exercise now?
Efficient.
Get it done.
The shorter the better. I believe in 30-minute workouts, and that's it.
Because you have a lot to do.
Yeah.
Do you feel like we can get as much done in 30 minutes as we can an hour?
100%. 100%.
So it's about intensity.
Yes. I would rather go really hard and compact everything, cardio, strength, flexibility, balance, into a 30-minute segment than stretch it out over an hour and a half.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What motivates you? You just sometimes feel like not working out?
All the time.
When you're tired?
All the time, yes. When I'm tired, when I'm busy. And even if I'm saying I'm going to work out for 30 minutes, if you don't plan it like an appointment or plan it like a meeting in your day, it's easy to just skip over it. So that's always hard. Always.
How many days a week do you get in?
I try to get 5 days in.
Okay.
Try to get 5 days in. And it doesn't always happen. And if it doesn't, I don't beat myself up. I don't obsess about working out. And in this industry, sometimes that's hard and sometimes it's common, but that's just not something that I let stress me.
Well, I was going to ask about addiction, exercise addiction. So you've seen it happen. Have you ever experienced it? Like when you were trying to get skinny or anything, were you ever addicted to exercise?
Never. Surprisingly. And yeah, because being in this industry, it's so hard. But for me, it's always been the opposite. It's always been trying to get motivated to last longer in the gym or to do more days per week, because I'm not someone who loves working out, but I love being healthy, and I know how important it is. So I love the way working out makes me feel. But at the same time, I don't crave to be in the gym for hours a day. Like if I had my perfect day and I had nothing else to do, I still wouldn't spend 3 hours in the gym, just because that's just not my personality.
And if you don't get in there, you said you don't beat yourself up.
Right.
You don't change the way you eat. You don't torture yourself.
Right.
Good.
There's always tomorrow.
There's always tomorrow. That sounds very balanced. So you probably do squeeze it all in. Balance, strength training, flexibility. Do you get all of those dimensions squeezed in for yourself?
Yes. So, and I'll try to do those all. So I'll try to do probably 3 days a week, where I'll do a full encompassing workout, where literally my cardio, strength, flexibility, balance is all in one workout. And then I take yoga at least once a week, because that is something I've become to appreciate a lot more, just because I love it. And it is an hour, which is
hard.
Outside my limits,
It's
but
hard.
I love it. It's so good, and it really helps to prevent injury, which people take for granted until you get hurt. And so I just love to really have an appreciation for yoga. So that's one of my workouts. And that's something that sometimes people don't want to spend an hour stretching.
I've noticed that.
They don't want to waste their workout on yoga. And so I'm constantly trying to educate, like, actually it makes you look great. It makes your muscles leaner and longer, and it just helps you prevent injury. And it's great to center yourself. And so that I love that. I incorporate that always. And then just depending on how the week is going, I'll do another strength day or I'll do another cardio day, just how depending on my workout week.
I've heard that too. I just feel like I need to get in the gym and move more, and they won't do yoga, but I think I need it emotionally as much as physically.
Definitely. It's hard to keep quiet for an hour.
It's good. And it's good, probably.
Yeah.
So we talked about those who overtraining. You've seen it probably in your clients, I suppose, and maybe even in some of your staff. How do you treat that?
So I always will pull them aside personally, and I'll never address the situation head on to begin with, to be like, hey, you're working out in the gym 3 hours a day, like, what are you doing? But I'll pull them in and I'll just start asking questions about the other areas of their life. Tell me about this, tell me about this, tell me about this, because you'll usually find the problem before you have to generally ask that. And then if you focus on that, helping them fix that problem, the other tends to get taken care of by itself.
Okay, great.